Kind of hilarious, but oh well. Alright. Okay. Let's get ready to get this started, shall we? Let's see. You up to here. You down to here, and then I don't need to readjust or anything. This will work a lot better. Yeah. Or how well that works. Okay. Alrighty. Let's begin speedrun of Gold Box's AD&D's Curse of the Azure Bonds. Alright, awakening in our cell, we discovered that we've lost all our stuff and we have these weird bonds on us. First we need to make the speed faster. Then we need to magic memorize, 4 magic missiles, 2 stinking clouds, bless or cure light wounds, to detect magic. I never really use that, so probably should just stick to hold persons. Meet the innkeeper, who tells us a little bit about what happened to us, which is not very much that she knows. Pull our money, time to buy some stuff. Readying up our things. Bows will be pretty obsolete early on in this game. There aren't a lot of good bows except for the very end game, and they aren't worth getting. Early on, they do a couple of things. We have to go talk to this sage in order to advance, tell her about our bonds. We have to pay half the money we still have left. We meet these guards that won't let us through because the king's coming. King comes, our bonds force us to attack him. The guards rush to defend him. Isn't actually him, but we still have to deal with it. Three chokes, that's great. Nothing but chokes. Done. Okay, now more guards come, we surrender, they throw us in jail. Thieves let us out of jail to take us down so that we can help them with their war with the fire knives. That's going to go poorly, but we get a chance to rest and recover these spells. We want to go east, then the fire knives break through, kill the guild master. We're caught in a battle between thieves. Oh, that's right. I can't go far enough. I do need to move. Has a decent range, but not super great. Okay, the names are what determines. I haven't actually thought about that for quite a bit. Yellow names are enemy, blue names are ally. Darn, only got one of them. There we go, 3 holds. That'll make this go quite a bit easier. Whoops, I already got him. Oh well. Oh dear. Okay, this will go pretty quick. Alright, luckily I didn't get knocked unconscious. Helpless creatures, by any means, are one-shot by any attacks, which is why things like Hold Person and Stinking Cloud are so valuable. And in Pool of Radiance, Sleep, but most of these creatures are too high level to be affected much by Sleep. The dogs technically could be. They have low enough hit points and levels, but you can only get a couple of them anyway, so it's generally not worth it to worry about sleep spells once you get to Curse of the Azure Bonds. These 2 were set encounters. They're the only 2 encounters I'm going to fight here. If I get random encounters, I'm going to reload because we don't. They're a bit too time consuming at this point in the game. Morale running away into the corner is rather annoying. And miss. RNG for hitting a 1 armor class enemy. We found the treasure room. Let's see, we're going to start by giving red those. As always, blue is going to take the potions and the dust as well. Don't need the other stuff. Now we can rest. Okay, the thieves are just running away because the fire knives are overcoming them. So in the land of Cormyr, which we're in, this is the city of Tilverton. And now we enter the sewers. That's a split. Luckily the sewers have no random encounters. We don't have a thief who could succeed. Lots of random informational things just keep popping up. They're really annoying. We encounter bits of trolls, but we can move away from them. If you sit and watch them, they turn into trolls, and then you're forced to fight them, which is really annoying. I'm supposed to come in here. I bargain with these guys. Yugs are nasty things that... These guys won't bargain with us. They're an enemy that you can encounter and fight at several points. We're basically agreeing to do stuff. Let's see. This is the point where I want to bless a prayer. 4 trolls are not as deadly as they were in Pool of Radiance, but they're still, wow, relatively nasty. Oh, I messed up. I can get those two, though. Nice. Whoops. Okay, it wasn't too bad. Now the only thing we really want here is the magical staff sling. And I usually take the girdle for the extra points. I ought to go ahead and give it to the paladin, but since he needs the charisma. Girdle of the dwarves increases your stamina, which therefore increases your constitution, rather, which increases your maximum hit points. It also lowers your dexterity, though, or your charisma, so giving it to the paladin who does most of the talking can interrupt things. Probably not a big deal, but I just prefer to give it to a fighter. Doesn't need the charisma quite as much. This is a training hall we can use, but won't let us. We don't have the experience now. Some of these secret doors you have to look to find, which is annoying. Have a chance of encounters in this room. Like so. It's pretty rare to get them, but it's a good thing I saved. Oh, I forgot to fix myself, though. Not that that's really a big deal. I've taken a little bit of damage. Oh yeah. Because I'm not likely to take damage in the final battle. Because of the most excellent codes that I use. Come on, give me my game. There we go. Okay, give me some good encounter luck, please. There we go. Alright. Now the fun begins. We want the first longsword, we want the necklace, and Violet wants the flail just in case people try to engage her in melee. Okay, now we save. We quit to DOS on purpose so that we can begin the item multiplication. This is one of the things that makes this speed run enjoyably swift. Primarily because of 2 items we have here. I also multiply the sword because this is the second best sword in the game you can get, and it's one of the reasons that missile weapons on anyone but the cleric are kind of moot. Okay, remove silver. Add our good buddy Bags. Bags, are you ready for this? I ended up, although I forgot to equip that too. Oh well. Or if I ought to do the banded mail just so that I have faster speed. Nah, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, now I remove him, drop the rest of the party, load B, remove silver, add Bags again. Hello, Bags. Trade your longsword to blue, your necklace and dust to red. Remove him from the party, save the game as C, add him back to the party. That's going to be 4 longswords. I'm only going to need to do 1 more. Black and greens. Okay. Doesn't matter as much of them, they don't have enough equipment. Oh yeah. Oh, I still need 1 sword, okay. That threw me off for a second, forgot about that. Okay, 4 necklaces. 4 necklaces, I need more. Okay, this should be the last time. Add silver. Trade the last longsword to silver. Do his items. Oh, the luck of that. 1 square. Okay. The bad encounters and loading luck and a bit of... because sometimes the game has problems loading constantly, so that creates a little bit of a issue sometimes. When the game doesn't want to load properly after being dropped and brought back. Are you kidding? Definitely going to go red this split because of that. Come on. Okay, finally. Now we go ahead and use one of these dusts. We surrender, taken to the leader, start a fight thanks to Nicasia the princess causing problems for them. Now we're going to start using these necklaces to make enemies disappear really quickly. That was the slightly wrong spot. Not that it matters that much. Although it is true that there doesn't hit those two. There we go. So we're freed from the fire knives. We have our dream, and we're out in the field. Okay. Camp. We need to fix. Magic memorize. Thank goodness for fix, allowing us to quickly cover our wounds, unlike in Journey on to Ashburnford Wilderness. We get attacked by some hippogriffs, which is pretty annoying. There are some random encounters on the road that you can get depending on how you travel. I know how to avoid most of them. Oh, I forgot the range of this is in this big outdoors too. But there are some, a couple of set encounters. Fireballs have less of a thing outdoors. Even though they're called necklaces and missiles, this is a traditional D&D magic item that allows you to throw fireballs. So by multiplying up this limited charge item, we're able to toss fireballs everywhere. There'll be many points in the game where it won't be useful, so this isn't going to be entirely a fireball-free fireball spam situation. It's useful in a lot of circumstances. Whoops. I think that's all of them. Okay. Okay, enter the city, go to the hall. We can get our fighters to 6th level and our cleric to 6th level. And our fighter mage to 5th level fighter. No farther than that yet, though. Let's see. Now we can go to the inn. Now I need to go to the store, identify these potions, nothing else really matters. Sell invisibility, and Speed, yeah, I have other uses for them. Still have plenty of money, good. Okay, nothing else I need to identify now, right? I know what all the dust is. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and leave. Journey to the Standing Stone by Wilderness so we don't get attacked by fire knives. This weird guy is at the Standing Stone who tells us about stuff. Travel to Sembra by trail. Journey to Hap by trail or wilderness, doesn't matter. We get attacked by black dragons. Dragons are a bit of glass cannons. They only have 48 hit points, which is very low compared to later editions of D&D, including even 2nd edition. They have a lot more. But it is, it's a decent amount compared to a lot of monsters you'll fight, but not the several hundreds. However, they are able to do 48 points of damage with a breath weapon. Luckily, they're not programmed to breathe after moving. They can only breathe at the start of their turn. So by waiting for them to come up and then being able to fireball them at once, I can usually prevent more than maybe one breath from going off. This was really nice. They gathered up quite nicely so I could get all 3 of them at once. And you are not quite in a high enough level, yep. So that potion of speed might have been useful, but oh well. So we're going to go ahead and camp here, fix up our wounds since we got hit, save the game, enter the city of Hap. It's controlled by dark elves. So we've got to go defeat the Ifriti leader, which is pretty easy since we have Dust of Disappearance. Without it, it would be pretty rough, and we'd want to kill a bunch of guys first. What else do I want to do? Yeah, Bless and Prayer, because all we can do is attack in this case. So, Dark Elves have a 50% magic resistance, so they are almost immune to magic. It's not worth it to use our limited charge necklaces on them. It'd be even more subject to RNG than usual. So we're just going to beat them down. Luckily, because we have Dust of Disappearance, that makes us invisible and we can't be targeted by anything but melee attacks. And they can't even see us, so they won't even try to come after us. They'll just stand there waiting, trying to cast spells, can't target us, so they have to cancel them. It's pretty wonderful. Very, very broken ability. No Dragon Lances, just +3 Frostbrand weapons, which are going to be very useful on all of our fighters for this cave. Now the Clerics. This many Clerics would be super scary if we didn't have Dust of Disappearance, because they would be casting a multitude of old persons. It's a very, very evil area of the game that trying to run away. If you're trying to run off screen, you have a chance of running away. 7,000 experience is great. We can't bother taking anything. So now that we've been freed, the townsfolk are super happy. Gotta memorize our spells, which I probably shouldn't bother doing because I'm going to train and memorize again, but oh well. Now we're going to leave town and go train again. No training hall in, whoops. This was actually a mistake. I was supposed to go to the wilderness. I saved it. It'll take less time to do it this way. Wilderness, not caves, which is the default option. We need to journey back to Asembra, enter the city, go to the hall, train, yes. We learn the haste spell because it will be more useful coming up than the traditional fireball. I can train to be a level 6 paladin as well, which is great. Let's go ahead and go to the inn so we can memorize our next magic missile and haste spell. Haste spell is very important to make one particular fight easier. It's actually going to help in many fights, but most especially. Now we go to the caves. And with that, we've entered the cave of the Dracolich. Okay. Missed with +6 weapon. Okay. There we go. There, now we can auto our way through. With only melee weapons, this is moderately inconvenient. The salamanders are actually immune to fire as well, so can't use the fireballs in them at all. Oh, that one surrendered. Nice. Okay, we're going to take Drow Chainmail on these 3 so that we can move a bit faster. Then I need to do it to those 2. That allowed them to move 12. Oh, actually those 3 as well. We need to come get our mark. Yes. Yes, we agree to help Silk, even though we never bother. We can flee from these guys, luckily. All right. Oh, he doesn't have any dust. Use our dust. Door is guarded by salamander-led patrol. Probably a bit silly to go with him since he's going to be getting better armor here in a minute, but every little bit helps, I guess. Alright, now for this battle, we need to prepare our haste and prayer spells. We don't surrender to the Dracolich. He actually can paralyze with the gaze, which he did, but luckily he didn't attack that character, so... We head up to the tower. Dracandros teleports us to the top, controls us, forces us to attack a dragon, but it's just an illusion. The dragons make him remove his control. Now we attack the wizard, the dragons go away, and we fight the wizard's guards as he runs. Now we can rest here. Memorize our haste spell, memorize our bless and prayer spells. Fix up. And now prepare for the worst battle in the game. This Dark Elf Lord puts a symbol of pain on us, so we're already having difficulties. We need to surround him. Whoops. That was a mistake. I thought the cleric was the fighter mage. Do I get lucky? No. I have 5 chances to get lucky. I have to get very lucky because the... oh, jeez. This is not going well. Oh, jeez. Just unconscious. He has -7 armor class, near immunity to magic, 100 hit points. We're at penalties because of the symbol of pain. This is some of the worst luck I've seen in forever, though. Probably going to have to reload this fight because he's already killed one of us. That's 2. That's 3. And we've only done half his damage. Yep, this one's going to be a reset. Worst fight in the game, relative to the level that you get it. That's why I need the haste spell, because that doubles my number of attacks. But even with that, you just can't hit him. Being nearly immune to magic. So absurd. The good thing is we'll get to loot him after it's over. Ooh, we're getting hits in this time. If I get... This is a hugely luck-dependent fight. If I get super lucky, I hit him with the first hold person, which has like a 1 in 20 chance of hitting, basically, based on his stuff. Finally got him that time, though. Did a lot better with the luck. We're going to trade you to silver for later. Okay, that's a +5 Drow longsword. Oh, and now we're attacked by a salamander patrol as well. Great. Just chop them up. Salamander patrols are pretty weak. Oh, I forgot to use my Dust of Disappearance. That also made it rough. Not that I actually need it, but it helps a little bit. Makes you less likely to be hit in melee. It doesn't help as much, though, as it does on pretty much every other fight in the game. Theoretically, she could defeat him with Dust Disappearance solo by being ranged, but not likely to happen. Okay, so let's go ahead and use our dust now. We don't enter that room. This always throws me off. This is the place I need to best memorize what's going on. Owlbears. Owlbears can be defeated with necklaces of missiles. And sometimes the Dark Elves take damage, didn't there? Pretty powerful necklace of missile uses there. They can do anywhere from like 5 points of damage to nearly 30. I got a couple of really high damage ones there, so that cleared them out pretty quick. Fleeing in panic. There we go. We avoid picking this up. Armored contingent of Dark Elves charges. Moderately annoying, but not bad. These encounters are pretty quick, even though I can't dispatch them with fireballs. They go down to melee pretty quick. Can't hit us with spells, and there are only 4 of them, so Generally not worth reloading here. And I need a bit of experience anyway, so this is definitely the better point to pick it up. Oh my word. I was about to say less chance of encounters in here, but my word, the encounter luck has been horrible this time around. Well, at least my paladin's going to reach 8th level by the time I'm done with the game. Didn't on my PB. Well, worst encounters here. This is 6 of them, including the Afridi, who at least takes a lot of damage from the Frostbrand weapons. They're +6 weapons against him. Get a dragon egg for Silk, we just never give it to her. Take a bunch of damage here, not a whole lot, that's good. Oh, Silver found a way to them. Okay, let's see. Use another dust and save just in case. I'm usually pretty safe here, but what am I encumbered by? Probably just having multiple. Wyverns have a poisonous sting and poison insta-kills in this game, making it very inconvenient to have to deal with. So luckily Wyverns are not immune to fire, so we can just blow them up with necklaces of missiles from out of their sight. Getting decent things, while also getting a lot of saves. That was not decent, or it was all saves. Good, at least that section's down now. Now, is that the only 2 left? Yes, they are. Oh, I'm gonna hit myself. Oh well. He should be able to survive. Alright, cast my spells. Save the game just in case. Here's the final battle with Dracandros. Dracandros has invisibility, but he isn't currently immune to magic. Afridi also are not immune to magic, so we can cancel his spells and keep him doing nothing by hitting him with the fireballs until he goes down. This is important because he can cast Fire Shield, which is by far the most dangerous spell. That means that anytime we hit him in melee, we do the same damage to ourselves we do to him, so we can kill ourselves real fast. And the Afridi do decent enough in melee that even invisible, there's a decent chance of them taking us out if we take too much damage from Drakandros' Fire Shield. So now that he's taken out, now we can just pretty much auto-combat our way to victory by chopping down these enemies. Afridi are not immune to fireballs, interestingly, but they do take half damage, so fireballs are less useful against them, too. Salamanders are immune to fire. And of course the Dark Elves deal with their 50% resistance, means that they essentially take half damage from fire as well. And that's it. Alright, Silver is going to take his ring and bracers. Yeah. Now I want to trade... I should trade that to green. That's right. Now the Dark Elf Chainmail is going to disappear, so might as well get my setup right now. Okay, now Silver gets the rest. 2 wands and a ring. I need to identify the wands so I know what they're doing. The robe is powerlessness. And of course we get attacked by more guys on the way out. That's just the kind of thing that happens. We still have haste spell on though, so we'll make short work of them. Go ahead and do that. $6,000 experience. That probably is worth it to do that there. It's simple enough. Impassable Chasm. We answer the Bridge Keeper's questions and he lets us free. I don't need to be here yet. I need to go to the hall first. Everybody up to level 7. Now I can learn Fireball. Become a 6th level fighter as well. Alright. Prayer again. Cure serious wounds finally. So now my fixing will go even faster. Haste and Fireball spell. Rest up. Okay, go to the store, pool our money. Oh, I needed to split a bit ago. Oh well. Okay, so that's Fireball. Oh, I need to memorize that as well and go back to the inn. Okay. Wow, I have way too much money. Okay, inn. I can use haste a little bit more often. Alright, journey back to the Standing Stone. Journey to Hillsfar Wilderness so we don't get attacked. Journey to Ulash Wilderness so we don't get attacked. Ignore the green-robed people. Enter the city. Ask permission. We get hit by a horse on the way out. The guards take us. We parlay. Go with the guards. We wait here, we save the game because we're going to need to reload because that's how the RNG works here. We let the guys go, we get taken to the commander, we respond. We're obviously looters, the red plumes attack. That's not good. So, we reload. It's always a 50-50. It's always, first time doesn't work, the next one does. We please the commander, he shows us out. Excellent. Save the game. Let's go ahead and use some Dust to Disappearance. Guards wave us through. And I always forget where to go at this point. Yeah, this way. We almost always encounter these guys. We just flee from them, though. Oh, Shambling Mounds. We can flee from Shambling Mounds as well, luckily. Let's go ahead and cast one of our haste spells here. Because these Zentil Keep Marauders are a pain. Alright. Use this Wand of Ice Storm on the 2 mages because they're immune to almost everything else, and they can also cast Fire Shield if I let them. Oh, he's immune to this. I shouldn't even bother. They start with Minor Globes of Invulnerability on, which is so unfair. Oh well, we took them out. Okay, dealt with them quickly enough. Save the game because encounters here can be slow. Lots of people dressed in rags. These Shambling Mounds are a set encounter, and we're going to get a couple of nice wands from them, including one that's perfect just for this area, but otherwise useless. Gonna take some damage up here because I have no dwarves or thieves. Minor thing. We enter the Pit of Moander. Smell baked bread, which is dragon bait talking, believe it or not. I'm supposed to leave there, but oh well. Parlay, nice. Tell her our story, yes. Okay, that's swiftly done. Alright, cast our spells, bless, prayer, and haste before the final fight here. And Shambling Mounds are a majority of the enemies here, and they are immune to fireballs. They take half damage from ice and are healed by electricity, so... The fireballs take out the cultists, so... And Mogion. Mogion has a lot of hit points. She also has more +3 plate mail and +2 shield. Silver has the new Wand of Defoliation, which hits only plant creatures like Shambling Mounds, but does pretty extreme damage to up to 3 of them as it fires a line. Not really a ray, because rays are single target. Yes, he can quit combat, actually. But it's pretty short range little line. Oh, our Dust of Disappearance must have run out, because he actually moved to attack us. Good to know. Oh, is Mogyan already dead, or did she run away? I didn't even notice. That's going to be moderately problematic. Oh, she's moving around over there. This is going to be slightly problematic. Mogyan surrendered. Hilarious. Yes, actually. Okay, we need to gather up here. Oh, it's because she's trying to target them. We're still invisible, but Elias and Dragonbait aren't. Okay. Do you still have dust? No. You have lots of dust. Oh, I'm too far away again. That's right. You don't have any, do you? Okay. Alright, blue, you take the plate mail and shield. I'm not going to take the +3 mace, although it would be good. Yeah, black, go ahead and take the cloak so we can divide out the armor class a little. And now the bits of Moander come. They were trying to summon their god Moander back from the dead through using the power of the bonds to compel us. Not sure quite how it was supposed to work, but whoops, she's still got a necklace equipped. And again, they're giant shambling mounds, so they're immune. Well, that was her last use of that, so that's fine. Pretty rough, 140 hit points each, low armor class of 0. But Wand of Defoliation does a whopping 20-ish points of damage to it every time, guaranteed. And with haste spells on and our powerful weapons, we go through them quickly enough. Finally got a Moander. Now they're really upset that we killed their god. Having pretty good encounter luck here. Just to make certain. Actually, I'm running out of dust using up all those extras, so I'm going to save it. Attacked by Vegapygmies. Luckily, Vegapygmies are not immune to fireballs. Although really weak fireballs. Unfortunately, they're not especially vulnerable to fireballs either. Oh, she does have a bit of dust herself. Good, that's right. Come on. There we go. That was a set encounter. Wonder Fanatic's attack. Hilarious. Giant slugs, but we can evade them. More giant slugs. That's a set encounter, but we can still evade it. I'll cast both of my haste spells, apparently. That's right, I did. Okay. Now, the last-ditch effort of the enemy to stop us, which is going to go down in flames pretty quickly. Let's clip the edge there. Actually hit. Hilarious. I should be doing this to hit 3 at a time and just let them melee him down. Oh, I think Dust Disappearance just wore off on a couple people because, yep, he's coming after us now. He can see us. Not that it matters. Because I didn't refresh it before the big fight, this is the first time ever that Dust Disappearance has worn off on me in the middle of this. Not that it matters. Okay, now we need to camp. Memorize our spells. Okay, now we journey to Zentil Keep by the wilderness, enter the city. Okay, we rescue Dimswort like this halfling cleric wanted. Use last dust of disappearance on blue. We follow this hooded Medusa woman. She takes us to the Beholder. He wants to know what it's about. The High Priest rushes in. He argues with the Beholder. Beholder zaps him. We lose our bonds. Now we're in a room of a lot of encounters, so... let's see if we can get through the room without encounters. That's actually still faster. We've entered the Cave of the Beholder, too. Nope. Third time in a row, I'll just fight. I need to go at least 2 steps. Hopefully I can go eventually 3 without getting an encounter. If I get really lucky, I get through the room on the first try, but this is a major RNG portion. It's hard to say at what point it becomes faster to fight than to reload, but it's usually like only on the 2nd or 3rd step, and it's only after several tries. Less for the 3rd step, because the 2 factions are all fighting each other. There we go. Save the game, definitely. Now I have a less chance of random encounters here, but there's still a bunch of them that I'm probably going to get at least one guaranteed, because if I haven't gotten any up to that point, I will get one after the final battle, interestingly enough. There are also several set encounters here. Come on. There we go. Whoops. I'm supposed to go through here first. This is one of the set encounters, so... Now this is the area of the game where we really get to start blowing just everything up with fireballs. There are only a couple of magic immune enemies at this point. Of course, it also depends on the area we're in. Because fireballs have such a big area of effect. That's useless now. Once he uses up his necklace, he can use the wands, which are much better. I could even trade this to somebody, really. 9. Alright, here we are. Use one more dust right here. And cast our spells because, whoops. This is where things get interesting. The battle with the Beholder. Luckily, thanks to being hit with Dust of Disappearance, Beholder can't use rays on us, which is very nice because his rays are really, really horrible. However, the Medusa can, I believe, gaze on us and turn us to stone. Gazes can hit dead people, and I don't know why. The Beholder, because of his anti-magic ray, is immune to the Necklace of Missiles fireballs, but we can chop him up once we've fireballed all of his Minotaur minions down to nothing. Now I'm getting all the horrible ones. Now I'm only going to get one guy with that. Okay, used that up, so now I can use the wand, which does more damage and has a more satisfying sound effect. Okay. Just a bunch of magic user scrolls. Yeah, no good treasure here. And I almost always get this encounter. Luckily, Necklaces of Missiles will blow up the Zentarim really quickly. The Zentu. Okay, another set fight here. One more set encounter. Okay, last set encounter here. Silver, cast one more haste spell. Attacked by manticores. We get one high priest, a dark elf lord, and a lot of manticores. This is the same, basically same stats as the dark elf lord that we fought in Dracandros' tower. We don't get to loot him this time, unfortunately. So no more +5, +3 plate mail and such. But he will... luckily we're higher level now, and so especially with this haste spell, we'll chop him up a lot more. Don't even really need the haste spell, but it definitely helps a lot to have a second haste for this. We also don't have the pain on us this time, fortunately, so... Golly, he's still causing us problems, though. 66 hit points left. There we go. Hit red a couple of times, but nothing too bad. Definitely not been the best day for RNG. There we go. We're out. Okay, now we journey to Ulash Wilderness. Journey to Hillsfar Wilderness. Enter the city. Ah, still not enough experience. 11k short of leveling up. That's unfortunate. Oh, I learned the wrong spell. Oh well. I don't have any 4th level spells to learn, not that I ever used them. Okay, so that's everybody trained in... Don't need any more money, so those who are being encumbered by it... I'm gonna be losing that really quick anyway, but okay. Bless, prayer to spell magic, and a cure serious wounds. And I don't have a 4th level spell, so I can't memorize it. Oh well. Alright, journey to the Standing Stone. Pyrontraxus reveals himself. Thanks for eliminating all of my allies. Now I will own you myself. Mithdranar Wilderness is the only way. Camp. Save B. Enter the city. Alright. Let's go ahead and dust up. We attack the spirit because it's an evil Rakshasa in disguise. We head straight east. We've gone far enough that this is probably faster. as long as I don't get hit and killed. What a weak fireball. Since you have to train in order to gain levels, it's not worth it to do most of these fights. Luckily, I don't need to worry about it anymore. If we come to the rescue here, attack these hellhounds. Use this wand of lightning again because it's just too good. Hellhounds are not immune to fire either, so I can actually fireball them to death as well. Faster just to do that. Oh, I've entered the Ruins of Mythdraenor now, so he tells us where to find Parley. Nice. Yes, we give them half our money. Sure, whatever. Just let us go. They say don't let us find you again, but they do anyway. We don't go to the rescue that time because it's fake. We come over here, avoiding any other encounters. Come find the dying man's cache. Red gets longsword and girdle. Searching takes 10 minutes, increases your chance of finding secrets and of encountering enemies. And that's it. We enter, meet Tyrant Draxus. He controls us. He's going to do his ritual, but then Nameless fouls it all up, gives us back our artifacts, gives us temporary reprieve from being controlled. Tyrant Draxus calls his minions. Again, lightning is great for here. Oh, perfect. Okay, and of course, once again we are determined on encounter luck to see just how close we can come to PB'ing here. Oh my word, one step. And again, it's pretty wild how much this RNG can vary for random encounters. It could be after like every step, or you could go 12 steps without getting an encounter. It's almost instantaneous to safety save, but not quite. These guys, this was far enough, and these guys are close. Oh. Ooh, almost there. How many do I have to fight? That's too many for such a few amount of steps. Oh, good. Yeah, only 3 of them. We can do this. Ha 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 ha. Come on. Final step. Final flippin' step. Come on. Oh my word. Well, the last encounter luck ruined the chance of a sub 130 this time around. Okay, there we go. Use one more of those. Cast our bless, our prayer, cast our haste. Use our potion of giant strength. Final battle with Tyrantraxus. Luckily, thanks to the Dust of Disappearance, he still can't see us at all. So we can use our Necklaces of Missiles to blow up this huge horde of enemies. You can also reduce it by fighting all these other encounters in the temple. But it's a lot faster just to use lots of Necklaces of Missiles on them. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Just a lot of saves. Tyrandraxus is immune to fire, so the fireballs don't work on him, but we can clear out all of his enemies and then use our haste spell and everything else we've got to quickly drag him down. There we go, that's a big fireball. Okay, and now just take down Tyrandraxus, super easy. Tyrandraxus' spirit is destroyed. We use the Gauntlet of Moander to destroy the Pool of Radiance, which a spirit could use to escape so he could possess another being. With that, our bond slowly fades away in pixelized glory. We are free at last. The Knights of Mithrandir rush in, having been battling Tyrandraxus' forces, and congratulate us on a job well done, take us away to a feast, and we have won. Boom. Yay, a new PB again, for the 4th run in a row since I got this accepted RPG Limit Break. Just a minute down. That's very, very nice. And with that, we're done here. We can now do more with our characters, so of course all we're going to do is do the speed run. Now he could level up to level 8 if he had the opportunity. It does let me train now, for no reason whatsoever. But that's it. Thanks for watching again. Now I'm going to have to get this uploaded for a official PB update. And now after doing 4 runs in a row under 150, I could definitely adjust my PB. I needed to do that to the group sometime. Thanks for the GG, Jimmy. And thanks for watching, and so that's gonna be it for me for now. Let's see. Nothing really, so... Alrighty. No, that's okay. It happens. Yep. It'll be there. I also started at an odd time. Been a kind of weird weekend around this house, so didn't get started usual. But that's okay. Done for now. We'll get this uploaded later and just keep plugging away at it. I can definitely get a sub 130 on this if I can just do a little bit better with the maps and get a little bit better RNG on encounter luck especially. So that was even dying to the Dark Elf Lord in Dracandros' tower, which is especially bad, and not using Dust of Disappearance either time. That was a bit of a flaw too. And then the mess up in Moander's place, I spent some extra time there having to dust Elias and Dragonbait since I forgot to. So overall, all in all, not a bad run at all considering all that. I can definitely push this under 130 if I just clean up that stuff and then get a bit better luck. So until next time, that's it for me.